Hello and welcome to a session of Fit Essentials. My name is Shauna. I'll be guiding you through class. We're going to be using a chair for dips today, and you'll also need your short bands. If you have them, we're going to be using them in the warm-up. So here we go. All right, starting with our spinal cord breathing, go ahead and bring your feet just underneath the hips, toes straight ahead. You're going to bring your arms around, forearms together, palms together, and then we're going to tuck everything down like we're trying to bring ourselves into a little ball. From here, you're going to breathe in and open. Breathe in, open. Bring the arms back and down. Look up towards the ceiling. And exhale. Close it back down. Breathe in. Exhale. Send all the air out. And that's our rhythm for about 30 seconds. Breathe in and open. Looking up. Exhale, close. Try to get as much air out of the lungs as you can on that exhale. Couple more. Last one. Lift the chest, open, and let it all go. Very good. On that final exhale, go to relax the arms down. Walk the feet out just a little bit wider. We're going to go into our hip openers. So you're going to step your left foot forward, right foot back, interlace those hands, stretch up nice and tall, and you're going to push that back hip forward. Squeeze the glute, shift that hip forward, and you're going to rotate towards your left. So do that a few times. Rock the hip forward, squeeze the glute, lifting up, and turn the torso towards the front leg. Good. Once more. Everything lifts. Fire the glute and rotate. Fantastic. Shake it out. Little side step arm swing. Very good. And then same thing, other side. So now you're going to go your left foot back, right foot forward, stretch up nice and tall, lift, squeeze the glute, push that back hip forward. Rotating towards your right this time. Keep the chest up, eyes up. And once more, lift, fire the glute forward, and then rotate towards the front leg. And release. Good job. Shake it out once more. Side steps. Open up the shoulders. There you go. All right. Next one, go into a quad stretch. A little bit of balance. Lifting up. Grab onto one foot. Pull that heel towards the glute. There you go. About 10 more seconds here. Standing tall. Think about driving the thigh back as you pull the foot. And 2, 1. Go ahead and release. Same thing other side. Place it down. Lift everything up. All right. We're going to get ready for some banded walks next. We're going to be going 40 seconds forward and back monster walk. Then 40 seconds lateral. Then we're going to be coming down to the floor for some fire hydrants and some donkey kicks to fire up the hips and glutes. All right, go ahead and shake that out. You need a little bit of water in your system, grab a drink, and then we're going to put our band on. Different levels you can wear the band. Some people like it at the ankles, below the knee, above the knee. They found that just below the knee tends to fire the most of the different musculature and such when they tested, but whatever feels best for your body, I'm going to have it hanging out just below the knee today. All right, so again, we're going to start forward and back. Little defensive stance, tall chest, and when you're ready, from the heel to the toe, thinking about pushing out against that band, chest nice and tall. And just depending upon your space, 3 to 5 steps forward with each foot, then 3 to 5 back. Very nice. Continue to drive the knees out the whole time, midline strong, chest tall. Very good. 10 more seconds. We're going to take it from forward and back directly into lateral. All right, so go ahead and finish that spot up, and then you're going to turn it to the side. Same thing, step into the side now. Again, about 3 to 5 steps sideways, and then taking it the other way. Foot firmly planted, so I've got my whole foot touching down. Breathe as you step. Very good. There's halfway. Another 20 seconds, and then we're going to take it down to the floor. So I tend to kind of hold my hands in front of my body. You can also hold them out nice and wide, whatever feels best for you. Keep breathing. And 2, 1, and relax. Good job. And keep that band around the legs. We're going to take it down to the floor. If it is below the knees, just take it slightly above the knees to the bottom of the thigh. Hands and knees. Place those hands just underneath the shoulders. Legs just underneath the hips. We're going to start with our fire hydrants. So holding nice and strong, you're simply going to think about like a male dog trying to go to the bathroom. Just lifting a leg out to the side and bringing it down. Doesn't have to go real far. Just straight out and down. Good. We're going to go 20 seconds on one side and then switch. Yep, far enough so you don't pee on yourself. That's right. Just far enough not to pee. About 2 more here. And same thing, other side. Just switch legs. Midline nice and strong, holding that low back neutral. Pulling the belly button in the whole time. Make sure you're not arching the back. There you go. Just think about still supporting through the hands. Couple more. And relax. Now we're going to go back to your first leg, and now you're going to go donkey kicks. So you're keeping that knee bent and you're driving the leg straight up. This is the one that you'll tend to arch that back. So midline square. Think about the bottom of the foot straight up towards the sky. Up and down. Good. Straight up and down. There you go. Good. Let's get about 3 more reps here. And when you're ready, same thing, other leg. Same idea, just shift the weight. Keep lifting up through that mid-back. Engaging the midline. Bottom of the foot, straight up towards the ceiling. There you go. Let's go about 2 more reps here. Drive it up. Bring it down. Last one. Very good. From here, let's try to take a second, reach the arms long, drop your body back, a little child's position, take a couple nice deep breaths into the mid-back. And then we're gonna make our way up to our feet to do that once more. Breathe in, breathe out. Good, from there, place the hands to the shoulders, turn the toes under, a little bit of down dog. Drive the head between the arms, open up that mid-back. And pedal out the heels. There you go, nice. All right, once you pedal out those heels, go ahead and walk your feet to the hands, walk the hands to the feet, make your way back up to standing. We're gonna get started here in about 10 seconds, second set. You need to keep the band above the knees, bring it back down below the knees, whatever you prefer. Forward and back, 2, 1, here we go. Monster walk, pushing out against the band. Nice. Heel to toe, walking forward, and then toe to heel, stepping back. So you roll the foot forward, roll the foot back. There you go, halfway through. We go from forward and back directly into our lateral walk. Nice job. Drive those knees a little bit wider. And 2, 1, transition, taking it sideways. There you go. Stay engaged to that midline. Eyes up and chest up. Well done. There you go, halfway through. Keep stepping. Feel the booty waking up. Feel it fire. I know I do. Wonderful, final 10 seconds. Make your way back to the start. Woo! 2, 1, and taking it down to the floor. Fire hydrants first. Place those hands just underneath the shoulders. Moving that band up the legs if you need, so it's just above the knees. And 2, 1, when you're ready, bringing the leg out to the side. Drive it up, control it down. Yeah. Try to keep the rest of your body nice and square. You shouldn't have much movement through the hips and torso. Let's go 2 more. And switch when you're ready. Same thing, other side. Yep, nice and deliberate with the movement. Let's get 2 more here. Donkey kicks are next. Good, and you finish fire hydrants on that side. Back to your first leg. Really watch that midline, pulling the belly button in. And now we're driving that foot straight up to the sky. Donkey kicks. Good. Nice, keeping that knee bent the whole time. 1 or 2 more. And switch legs. Same thing, other side. Yeah. Bottom of the foot straight up. Remember, you're gonna not arch that back, so keep pulling the belly button in, keep the hips and shoulders level. Good, about 3 more. Go. And last one, drive it up, control down, and relax. Fantastic. Let's come onto your side. Take that band off the legs. Let's stretch out those hips. Woo. Good work. Alrighty, once you set that band down, we're gonna start from like a seated position, like a typical runner's stretch with 1 foot out, tuck 1 foot in, sitting tall. We're gonna reach for the toe on that side. Wake up the hamstring a little bit. You may feel it more in your calf, just depending upon where you have that tension. Let's make sure you sit tall out of those hips as you bow forward. A couple more breaths here. 2, 1, and switch. Before we go straight to the other side, we're going to straddle the legs first, sitting tall, and then just walk the hands out in front of your body. Open up those inner thighs just a little bit. Sitting tall, just bowing forward slightly. Oh, hello.
Hello, everything.
Yeah. Everything's a little stiff today.
I think I slept in a back bed last night.
And 2, 1, go ahead and come out of that straddle. Walk your opposite leg in. Hurdler stretch or hamstring stretch on the other side. Sitting tall and reach for that opposite foot. Whenever we're stretching in classes, we just want it to be a nice gradual stretch. Don't have to force anything. This is one that can get intense quickly. So if it's your whole leg shaking and you're wincing, just back out of that just a little bit. Another 10 seconds here. Breathing smooth. And go ahead and release. Fantastic. Now we're going to straighten out your left leg and take your right foot and you're going to cross it over the left for a seated hip stretch here. Moving our way into a seated twist. So left leg's extended, right foot steps over, hug that leg in. Good. We're really focused to sit tall out of the sit bones here. Shoulders down out of your ears. And if you'd like, you can take that right hand, start to walk it around behind you and look over your right shoulder. Good. Let's go 2 more breaths. Breathing in through the nose and out through the nose on these stretches. And release. Same thing, other side. Right leg extends, left leg crosses over. Starting first with just hugging it in. Very good. Sitting tall, shoulders down. And when you're ready, start to work that left hand behind you. Pulling that leg in even more. Turn your head so you look over that left shoulder. Two more breaths here. Eyes up, head up. Sit as tall as you can for these last two breaths. And when you're ready, go ahead and release out of that. We're going to make our way onto our back. So knees bent, go ahead and gradually lower yourself down to the floor. And then we're going to start with that double kneaded chest, hugging both legs in and gently rock yourself side to side. We're getting ready for some thrusters. If anyone's anything going on that you don't want to reach up to overhead today, you can do just the squat with the weight on one side. Or if you have anything going on with your lower body that you don't want to squat today, you can do just the overhead press portion. Let's take that double kneaded chest into a 2-knee twist, arms out to the side, legs still together at 90, and then you're going to bring them to one side as you look over that opposite shoulder. Up and across, same thing other way. Get a little release there as you move through. And paired with our thrusters, we're going to be doing some dips with the upper body. All right, once you balance yourself out side to side with that 2-knee twist, you're going to put your feet flat on the ground, bring those shoulder blades back and down once again, and we're going to do a couple of glute bridges here. So we're going to spend about a minute driving into the heels, pushing those hips up and forward, pulling that chin down to the chest, holding for anywhere between 3 and 5 seconds at the top, and then lowering it back down. So just at your own tempo here. Fire the glutes, open those hips. And gradually relax back to the floor. Good. All right, so we're about halfway through. You can either continue this up and down motion, or if you'd like to join me, I'm going to go into a bridge pose for the final 20 seconds. So I'm driving through my heels, pushing my hips up, and I'm working my arms underneath the body, bringing my shoulder blades back and down, and got 20 seconds left. I'm going to hold here, pulling the chin in, thinking about lengthening through the spine as I hold. So you want to avoid jamming into that low back. Great time to close those eyes. One more breath. And release the hands, come on down, and relax. Fantastic. Before we hop up into our feet, let's hug our legs together one more time. Loosen up that back once again. Very good. And then to make our way back up to our feet, we're going to roll over on the stomach. We're going to go a little up dog, down dog to make our way back up. So first the up dog or cobra, hands underneath the shoulders. Fire your glutes, lengthen through the spine, lifting up, and lift your head as well. Kind of extend the neck, look up towards the ceiling, and then we'll go up and down here 2 to 3 times. Gradually lengthen, pull those shoulders back and down, squeeze the glutes, peering up. Once more. Fantastic. As you lower down from that up position, we can gradually come back. Instead of going straight into down dog, do a little bit of a modified child's position first. Hands long, coming back. Nice deep breaths into the back of the rib cage. And then when you're ready, we'll turn those toes under, drive those hips nice and high. Try to lengthen as much as you can here. And then when you're ready, let's walk those heels out once more. Get a nice stretch of those calves. We've got some rebounding coming up. A little bit of jumping. If anyone has a jump rope around, if you like to jump rope, you can grab that. You'll have time. You can use that in the next circuit. Otherwise, once you finish with those heel walks, let's gradually walk the hands to the feet, walk the feet to the hands, and make our way on up. Wonderful. Let's find that water. Hydrate, hydrate, hydrate. Okay, great job. Once you make your way up to your feet, we're going to warm up some squats. Place the feet about hip width apart, chest nice and tall. You're gonna sink back, driving the knees wide, keeping those heels planted. Standing tall. About 3 to 5 here. Once you get in 3 to 5 squats, we're gonna warm up our overhead press. So after your squats, pick a nice light weight that you're gonna start with, and we're just gonna do 3 to 5 strict press on each arm. So all the way down, all the way up, nice and smooth. I'll go 3 to 5 on one arm, preferably starting on your non-dominant arm. And then after 3 to 5 on that arm, same thing other side, 3 to 5 on the other. So go ahead and do those on your own. Squats, strict press in each arm. There you go. Very good. And then once you finish those squats and strict press, we're gonna warm up the dip. So for the chair dip, I'm gonna set my torso so I'm sitting nice and tall, pull the shoulders back, walk the feet out, and then you're gonna slowly lower down, opening the front of the shoulders. And at the top, you can come to right here where you just extend the elbows, or you can add a little bit of a glute bridge to it. Push those hips open, controlling down, up, drive those hips open. Let's get about 3 to 5 of the dips, warm up that movement. And then as you're warming that up, I'll just talk us through our sequence. We're gonna be working for 40, resting for 20. You'll go thruster, so that's the full squat, driving up to overhead. Recommend starting on your non-dominant arm, 20 seconds rest, then you'll go to the dip. 40 seconds on the dip, then we'll go thruster in the opposite arm. 20 seconds rest, or you can start early, rebounding, march, skip, blood flow for 40 seconds. We'll do it 3 times through. All right, if there are no questions, we'll go here in 10 seconds. Thruster on the non-dominant arm to start. And set those feet, 3, 2, 1. Here we go, sink it back. Full squat, good. It's called a thruster, why? Because we thrust those hips, last little quarter of the squat. Guide that weight up and through. Breathe in to lower, exhale as you drive. Very good. Halfway through. Stay a little tighter at the bottom of that squat. There you go. No bouncing. That's 30 seconds. If anybody wants a little extra rest, work for 30 instead of 40. Otherwise, maybe one more rep, 2, 1, and transition, making your way to dips. All right, 20 seconds to transition. Get a couple nice deep breaths. Shoulders back and down, set the feet. And 3, 2, 1, here we go. Elbows in, lower down, and drive. And just depending upon your strength with the dip, you may not be ready to go a full 40 seconds. Don't go to failure. You can always come down early or rest and then jump back in. Squeeze those elbows into the top, like you want to imagine those little mini mandarin oranges in the armpits, and you're trying to bust through those oranges at the top of the dip. That's 30 seconds. And 3, 2, 1, transition. Good job. We're going back to the thruster, opposite arm. You're good. All righty, same opposite arm, grab your weight, and 2, 1, here we go. Controlling down, drive through. Keep that breathing consistent. Very nice. With the weight on one side of the body, we want to avoid any torsion or rotation through the hips. So think straight back. Beautiful. That's 20 seconds, halfway through. Nice. There's 30 seconds. Smart, good. Some of you call it a little early on those. Still a good workout. And rotate. All right, blood flow next. your choice. You can skip, you can jump, you can march. Here we go. Jumping jacks, general rebounding. Woo! We're officially started in that 40 seconds. All right, I'm gonna switch it up to a skip. Knees up, little hop to it. Good, that's 20 seconds officially. Go back to jumping jacks. 10 seconds left. We're gonna take 30 seconds in between sets. 3, 2, 1, and rest. All right, set one done, grab some water. We'll be back to it in 25 seconds. If you need to have any changes with your weights, $15 till we go. All right, non-dominant arm to start. 5 seconds, set the feet. And 2, 1, here we go. Control into that squat. Eyes up, chest up. Very good. Nice consistent tempo. 20 seconds in. Very good, that's 30. Getting ready to transition in 2, 1, ready for dips. Whew. All right, plenty of time to transition here. Once you get into your spot, set yourself, take some nice deep breath, pull those shoulders back. Bent knees will be a little bit easier, straight legs a little bit harder. And begin. Feel free to add that glute bridge at the top. Those elbows in as you lower down. Really lift that chest to the top. That's 20 seconds. Fire up those triceps. Ooh, that's 30 seconds. Shake it out anytime you need. 1 to 2 more. And rotate. Great job. Coming back to our thrusters. Should be on your dominant arm this time. 10 seconds. Nice smooth breathing. Set those feet in position. And 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Control down. Drive through. Might have done this arm twice. I'm telling you guys, not dominant, non-dominant, but I forget which one I do for myself. Oh, shake it up a little bit. That's 20 seconds. $30 seconds. Very good. This is the end of set 2 and transition. Let's take 10 seconds. Don't need 20 to get ready for that blood flow. Nice deep breath. 2, 1, here we go. Start with some rebounding, kind of like a lateral hops. Awesome. Nice and light on the feet. Good, and take that into a little running high knees. Or march. Very good, into a jumping jack or step jack. And final 10 seconds, either a march or a skip. Woo. 2, 1, and 30 seconds rest. Nice work. One more round to go. This is the last of the blood flow today. After this circuit, we have a little bit of some upper body and midline work to finish. All right, going in 10 seconds. Back to your non-dominant arm.
And whatever arm Shauna feels like doing.
2, 1, here we go. I'm starting on my dominant. I'll say that out loud so I remember when I get to the other side. Good. Eyes straight ahead. Good job. That's 20 seconds in. Beautiful. One more makes 30. 10 seconds left on this side. Woo. Remember to use those hips to get up to overhead. Hip drive and rotate. Final set of dips. Woo. Head into position. Bring those shoulder blades back and down. Broad chest. 2, 1, and here we go. Try to control down, sinking the shoulders below the elbows, keeping the eyes looking straight ahead. Good, chin in. Ooh, hello, triceps. That's 20 seconds. Shake it out if you need. You're gonna come back in. Shoulders back and down. I'm gonna lift the chest to the top. That's 30 seconds, everybody. Almost there. 2, 1, and transition. Whew. Final set of thrusters coming up. Your dominant arm, my non-dominant. Great work. All right, going in 5, and 3, 2, 1. Here we go. Last bit of squatting for the day. Control down, breathe through. Wonderful. First 10 seconds. Still focused to not have any shift to the hips as you lower. There's 20 seconds. Fantastic. That's 30. One to 2 more. And 40. Well done. Just the blood flow. We're gonna go full minute this time. Changing it every 15 seconds. Starting with a little rebounding. Woo. Have some fun. Feel free to dance if you got some good music on your end. We're just hearing ourselves breathe over here. And running high knees or march. Fantastic. Broad chest. Eyes up. Smile as you breathe. And step or jump jacks. 30 seconds left. Fantastic. Keeping it steady. That's 45 seconds. End with a skip or a march or a dance. Woo. It's keeping your body moving. Almost there. 2, 1, and all done. Woo. Great work. High fives.
High fives.
All right, let's grab our water. We're gonna stretch our quads, and then we'll go into our last little piece. You're gonna want lighter weights or bands for this last piece. Before we jump into it, as promised, quad stretch. Get that balance, grab the foot. We're gonna go 30 seconds each side. Good time to bring down the breathing a little bit, lower the heart rate. That's 15 seconds, another 15 here. About driving the knee back, trying to keep the knee straight underneath the hip. Some of you are kind of forward with the legs, so see if you can bring it back. That's better. 2, 1, and release. Shake that out, same thing other side. Whew. Find that balance. Well done. All right, so this next little circuit, not for time, anywhere between 6 and 10, 6 and 12 reps, depending upon your weights. We're gonna be doing a bent over lateral raise, a single arm front raise, tricep kickbacks, and then we'll take it down to the floor for some hollow. I take you through 3 rounds of that. You can move with me, or you can speed it up if you'd like. Release that leg if you haven't already. All right, let's go over these movements. So nice and light. I'm gonna start, I got little ankle weights here for my light weights. First one, a bent over lateral raise. Pull the belly button in. You're gonna bow forward. You can even just use your hands as well with this. Hands in, we're gonna raise them straight out to the side. Chin in, looking straight down. Squeeze those shoulder blades together. So lift and lower. Go ahead and join me if you'd like. Set of 10. So again, belly button in, bowing forward. You just use your hands. They're really light weights. Yep, chin in, shoulders down out of your ears, squeeze, and just try to pause in that top position. Yep. Good, 1 or 2 more, and then release when you're ready. Next, we're gonna come up to standing, toes pointing straight ahead, a little bend in those knees, and then a single arm front raise. It's gonna raise one up and then the other. Shoulders back and down. If you don't have the weights to go alternating arms, you can go all in one and then the other. Still looking for 6 to 10, 6 to 12, somewhere in there. Good, nice and light. I'm working with 5 pounds right now. Keep a slight bend in those knees, too heavy. You can always just make a fist and raise from there. Or light water bottles work too. Good job. Once you finish those front raises, we're gonna go to a tricep kickback. So when you'll go into like a long stance here, bring the elbow up against the side like a single arm row, and you're gonna extend the elbow, and if it's light enough, turn the palm to the ceiling. Bend the elbow, extend, turn the palm to the ceiling. Yep. So elbow bends in. There you go. Extend straight back. Upper arm stays parallel the whole time. Good. Don't let that arm drop down. So you should feel like your upper arm is like affixed to your torso. Nope, shouldn't move like that. Keep it up. That's better. Keep it in. So it shouldn't move forward. So that, yep, that's better. And then back from there. Nice. As always, I lost count. Switch sides when you're ready.
And 30. Good.
Count for yourself here. Try to even yourself out on both sides. Extend and rotate the palm. Good. That looks better. Yep, you shouldn't feel like you're trying to swing the weight back. It should be controlled. Very nice. Couple more. And then we're taking it to the floor. Very good. On the floor, your choice, tuck ups, leg lowering abs, or like a hollow body. Our focus here is low back, stays nice and tight to the floor the whole time. So the first movement I would recommend is like that tuck up, where I keep my knees bent, lift the hips off the ground, and then I'm focusing to bring the feet back down without letting that back arch. If that feels easy for you to control, you can go straight legs. Legs straight, lowering them down as far as you can keep that back firmly planted. As you feel like that back's gonna start to lift, or ideally just before it's gonna lift, pull that core in and raise the legs up. So either straight legs or bent legs here. 10 to 15, somewhere in there. Highlighting that midline. Good, 1 to 2 more, then we'll take it back to the top. Going back to those bent over rows. I'm gonna take you through twice more. All righty. And one thing I did not demo as well is you can use the band on these bent over rows where you go into a bent over position, have your band, and then extend the band out from there. Okay, so band or light weights. Pull that belly in, bowing forward, slight bend in those elbows as you drive them up. And focus on counting this time. Nice. Yep, nice long arms. Strong in the legs. If you finish about 10 of those, you'll come up to standing. Going our alternating front raise or all on one side, all on the other. Ooh, a little lightheaded after I come up from there. Arms straight, raising it straight up. Front of the ribs down. You can still fire your glutes as well. Good. Yeah, what am I thinking? You guys don't need 2 weights to alternate arms. You just alternating in between arms. Well done. 1 to 2 more each side. Tricep kickback is next. Fantastic. All righty, tricep kickback. If anything's going on, or maybe you don't have the light weights, if you want to hold 2 weights, you can do an overhead extension also. So different options, or elbow in and kick it back, turn it up from there. Just looking to highlight some of those smaller muscle groups of the arms, the deltoids of the shoulder with our lateral and bent over raises, triceps action here, and the midline. Once you finish your reps on that side, turn it around, same thing other way. Hold that upper arm torso, parallel to the torso the whole time. Switching up my words. After the tricep kickbacks, we take it down to the floor for the midline work. And we'll go one more time through. Fantastic. All right, on the midline work this time, I'm going to show how you can progress as well if you want to practice. We call it like the hollow body or a hollow rock. So feel free to stick with what you did the first time, or if you'd like to progress it, for the hollow body, I like to start with bent knees, arms up to overhead. I lift my head and like upper shoulders off, and I lift my lower legs off as well. So my low back is pushing flat to the ground. I can just simply hold here, or I can extend one leg, bring it out, bring it in. This one's more for time than reps. Instead of worrying about the time, I'm just gonna focus on how my body feels. I'm gonna hold for as long as I can keep a nice strong position. I need a little bit of a break. I'll lower back down to the floor. I'll breathe in, raise up. If it feels easy with the legs bent, you'll advance to start to straighten those legs out without arching the back. You can see it's a pretty big strain, so sometimes it's easier to start with one leg bent, one leg straight. And 2, 1, release there when you're ready. And we'll make our way up for one final circuit of this upper body work, and then a couple cool down stretches. All right, thank you, spam calls. Not interested in you. Nice job, everybody. All righty, bent over row, pulling that midline in, bowing forward, keeping that slight bend in the legs, raising it up, lowering it down. Head neutral, band or free weights. Lift your chest a little bit more, Tanya. Flat back. Yeah, there you go. chin in, but chest tall. Yep. Very good. Finish out that set, then standing up nice and tall, alternating front raises. Ooh, that's a hard transition there. Very nice. On those front raises, holding strong in that midsection, gripping those toes, keeping those shoulders down out of the ears, just straight up, straight down. Very good. Tricep kickbacks or overhead extension after this. I'm going to show the overhead extension this time. We'll go one arm at a time. Very good. Come a little bit closer. So you can stick with that kickback. What we did before was like a 2-arm overhead extension. You can also take one hand, support the elbow, bend it down, and extend it from there. Just make sure you're not arching the back, ribs down. Head nice and tall, keep that chin in. And I'm not resting my hand on my head, I'm supporting the elbow of the working arm. Yep, so I have the hand at the elbow, good. There you go. One more on my end. And then same thing other side. You can shake it out if you'd like. Raise it up, support that elbow. Or sticking with those kickbacks. Good. Great time to smile. Reinforce that positive relationship with exercise. Not always exciting when we do it, but it feels good when we're done. And we're almost done. Can check that off the list. Accomplished that today. Took care of your body. Fantastic. And last little bit on our back, and then we're gonna stay down there to stretch. So if you want to grab a drink of water first. All right, so spend about a minute here. Gonna practice that hollow body, tuck ups, whatever you'd like for your midsection. With that hollow body, once you kind of master that hold position, you can lift up and hold everything together. You can progress into what we call like a hollow body rock, where you just gently rock the body back and forth. You can do a bent knees. That would be the easier version, or the more advanced, which is tough for me as well, long body, and then you arch from there. It's normal, like your back a little bit lifts, but you should never feel like the low back is arching if you're practicing that rock. So I'm pulling that belly button in the whole time. Obviously my spine is rocking a little bit, but not to the point that I'm arching and losing that. They call it the hollow position. So it's a gymnastics position. This is what the gymnasts are in, that hollow body when they're hanging from the bars, whether it's the high bar in the men, the uneven bars in the women. So nice, good body shaping. All right, go ahead and finish up that lower core work. And we're gonna come onto the back if you're not already there. And we're gonna start with that single knee to chest. So let's grab your left knee, wrap the fingers around the front of the shins, and extend your right leg out. Actively pull that left knee to the left shoulder as you push the right leg down. And let's give some love back to the ankles. Roll them around. About 5 times each direction. Switch directions of the ankle if you haven't. And then when you're ready, you're going to pull the leg gently across the body towards your your right shoulder, opening up that outer glute area on the left. And you can either hold it static here, or you can kind of glide the leg up and down, looking for any stiff areas through the hip. And switch legs. Extend the left leg, pull the right knee towards the right shoulder. And remember to actively push that left thigh down as you open up through the hips in the groin area. And then ankle rolls on the right side. 5 times one way, 5 times the other. And When you're ready, we'll guide it across the body. Open up the hips on that right side. Either that static stretch or gliding it through. Very good. We're going to go back to the left leg next. Put your right foot on the floor. We're going to go figure 4 stretch. Left foot crosses over that right thigh. And you're going to reach through the legs of that left hand, outside the leg on the right. And let's open up that outer left hip. Great time if you haven't closed those eyes yet. Just close those eyes and breathe. Let's go about 10 more seconds. Try to breathe in and out the nose as we cool it down. And when you're ready, go ahead and release that side. Same thing, other leg. Right foot over the left thigh, hug the left thigh in. And breathe on this side. Great job today. Let's hold this one about another 15 or so. And then we're going to go hamstring stretch. Good. When you're ready, go ahead and release that leg. Let's take your right leg. You can either keep it bent or straighten it out. I'm going to go ahead and straighten it out. And then you're going to take your left leg, you're going to extend it straight up in the air and either grab behind the thigh or up behind the calf. Just a nice gentle hamstring stretch here. And as you start to pull that leg towards the body, take your foot on the left side, point it towards the ceiling and pull it towards your face a few times here, up and down. Good. From there, you're going to bend at the knee, hug the leg in just a bit, and then you're going to extend it back out. Point the foot again, pull it back towards your face. Ooh, hello. And then bend it back down, hugging it into your chest. We're going to do that 3 more times. Extend the leg straight up, foot towards your face, then point the foot away. Pull the toes and foot back towards your face, bending it back down and in. About twice more on your own. Extend, point, lift, and bend. Last one. This is helping to keep that giant nerve that lives in the back side of the leg, your sciatic nerve. This helps to keep the nerve sliding and gliding. It has to slide by a bunch of fascia and tissues that wrap up our muscles. So we want to avoid that big nerve getting stuck, because when it gets stuck along its path is when it gives us trouble, starts talking to us. When you're ready, switch sides. Same thing the other side, extending it straight up. Kind of hold that hamstring stretch for a second. And remember where we started here. We didn't bend the knee at first. We just pointed the foot away, pull it back towards your face. Start there about 5 times with just the foot and ankle moving up and down. Trying to keep the leg relatively straight as you do this piece. There you go. And then when you're ready, now we'll add the whole knee bend into it as well. So you'll bend the knee down. Then as you extend, you're pulling the toes towards your face. And once you get that leg extended, point the foot away, point the toes towards the ceiling or sky, flex them back toward your face, and then bend that knee back down. About 3 more each. Great job today, everybody. Let's go 2 more here. And then we're going to end with that bridge pose that we did as part of the warm-up. If you didn't like that bridge pose, that static hold, then you can just do a couple bridges up and down. Or you can repeat the quad stretch if you want to roll onto your side and do a sideline quad stretch. So a couple of options. Otherwise, relax that hamstring on that right leg. Bend both knees, feet flat on the ground. Work those shoulder blades underneath your body. And then you're going to push through your heels. Push your hips up and forward. If you're doing that bridge pose or trying to interlace those fingers under the body, walk those shoulders back under you. Pull that chin in. Lift up and hold. We're going to spend a full 30 seconds here. Chin pulled in, eyes relaxed, closed, lengthen through that low back. Good, another 10 seconds. Lower those hips down if you need. And 2, 1, release the hands and gradually bring that spine back to the floor. All right there, if double knee to chest is your preference, go back to that one, or happy baby to finish. Elbows on the insides of the knees, grab the outer part of the legs, and just rock yourself back and forth. Fantastic job today, everybody. Thanks for hanging in there with us. Got some good blood flow, some thrusters, some upper body work, some midline work. We try to hit just about all the different parts as much as we can. Fantastic. Feel free to take a couple minutes to yourself on your back, kind of reset yourself for whatever you have coming up next. Otherwise, stay hydrated, stay healthy. Hope to see you next time.